Hello everybody, it is March 16th. It is only about 8:20 in San Francisco. Anonymous. A lot of people know me in San Francisco from Anonymous. Some people do not know me. There's a lot of people around the world that do not know who I am, I'm sure, from Anonymous. And there's people in LA from Anonymous that know who I am. My name is Tommy Gorman, and so everybody's very clear. I'm going to talk very quickly about who I am and why I dislike Scientology so much. Well, I was born in Scientology and I grew up in Scientology. I went to Scientology schools my whole life. I was on staff as a Scientologist when I was from the age of 18, 19, right around there, for a little while. I went to Clearwater, Florida, and hung out there for a little while. I never joined the Sea Org. I've had many people try to recruit me in the Sea Org. I went to Los Angeles quite a bit and hung out and had a lot of people, try to recruit me down there in Celebrity Center, AOLA, many different orgs. I have went to the Free Winds, made very good friends with many of the Free Wind people. They try to recruit me numerous times down in in the water, the Free Wind, the big ship. Anyways, now what got me out of Scientology was my friend, who was not even my girlfriend, just a friend I knew from school, and her name was Jennifer. To make it real quick and simple, I'll tell you what happened, and I'll get to this later on one day, and I'll tell more details. But for now, I'm just trying to do a quick little thing so people can understand why I oppose Scientology so much. Jennifer, her name was Jennifer Stewart, and at the time she was 16 years old. She was ordered by Scientology to stay with a man at Mountain View named Gabriel Williams, who was a top supervisor and a con who Dave Miscavige pointed at one of the big events and said, "You're gonna make the org St. Hill size." So he was Golden Age check. He was very trained in Scientology, very high up in the Mountain View org, and had very high statistics. So he was important to Scientology because he made the money. So Jennifer's ordered to stay with this man at his home until they made the Mountain View org St. Hill size in California, which means over 200 staff. Originally that meant 266 staff. Jennifer stayed with him and she got raped. She got raped for about 9 to 10 months non-stop. He threatened her life. He used Scientology's techniques and brainwashing skills. He used manipulation policies to back up what he was doing and stuff like that. So I was the first person to actually discover this situation, to find out what was really happening. And when I found out what was happening and I got her to tell me, because I realized there was something definitely going on and something was definitely wrong, I definitely called up the top guy in San Francisco that I knew, which was Jeff Kuros, the director of special affairs for San Francisco, who I grew up with, and he was like an uncle to me. I knew him very well since I was 4 years old, and I actually helped him in OSA when I got older, and I helped a lot when I was around, in 1999, 2000, the whole picketing thing. Besides that, though, this man didn't care. He didn't care at all what happened to Jennifer. I was shocked. I thought that Jeff would really, really care. I thought I would talk to Jeff, and Jeff would say, "Call the police, put the guy in prison." Instead, he didn't really want the problem. Besides him not really giving a crap what happened, and I'll get into the details of that later on in another video, he sent it off to another guy in Mountain View named Mark Mortlicker, and that man was the DSA down there. Well, when it came down to the whole situation, he basically didn't care either. He made it very clear that Gabe was a good person and told Jennifer's father that he shouldn't go to jail. Tried to convince Jennifer's father not to call the police, scared the father and the mother, saying that the social services and the psychiatrist would take Jennifer away forever and mess her up and stuff like that. Made it seem as if Jennifer was just a person that wanted to have sex with this man. Tried to minimize it and act like, oh, it wasn't really a rape, it was she wanted it, and was completely didn't give a crap about Jennifer. Turned it around and made it Jennifer's fault. They knew she was raped, and they tried to hide the whole thing, sweep it underneath the carpet. They didn't give a shit what happened to her. Another lady that tried to help out with this and was being a shithead was Darlene Bright from San Jose org, the DSA down there. She didn't give a crap either. So Scientology protected this man by having the DSAs say don't call the police, you don't need to call the cops, trying to minimize it, act like it was like a relationship, acting like she wanted to be with him, acting like it was okay to be together, and all this kind of weird crap. Had private investigators. A man named Eugene Ingram came to my family, Jennifer's family, and all around any friends we used to have, anything like that, and would talk about us, slander our name, get Scientologists to write fake testimonies about us, trying to knock our credibility down, and that kind of stuff. And so I luckily got Jennifer's father to put her in hiding with me and my family, and we hid her in the mountains because we have a family member that has a nice big home in the mountains, and we hid her from Scientology, hid her from Williams because he threatened to kill her and stuff like that. Scientology wanted to get a hold of Jennifer and make her sign a gag order right away, and all this kind of crap. Mike's Jennifer's father. He was hypnotized and all brainwashed still, and he completely was on Scientology's side with a good part of it. Not the part that she was raped, but he was like, well, I still want to do Scientology. So he was kind of under their thumb at the time. So luckily, I got my family out, my entire family out, my sisters, my mother and father. I got Jennifer's father out finally, Jennifer's mother completely out, Jennifer's little sister, and Jennifer completely out of Scientology. Then me and Jennifer, later on when she became a little older and stuff, when she was around 18, we went to the police and put the guy in jail, Scientology, tried to defend him and all this kind of stuff. Instead of the guy going to prison for a long time, somehow he went to jail for 9 months only. It was a bunch of bullshit. We were really pissed about that. Well, anyways, so me and Jennifer finally, later on, we actually became boyfriend and girlfriend. It was unexpected. Then we ended up getting married, luckily, which was really cool because I really love Jennifer and she's a cool person. Then we one day luckily had a child because Jennifer has been having a very hard time, which is a personal thing with her, but from the rape she still has nightmares from being choked, being threatened, and she's still scared till this day. For us to have a child is kind of a shock because she doesn't really like to do a lot of sexual things because she's scared, and it reminds her of this guy. Therapy helped her, psychology helped her, therapists and stuff really helped her. That's the only thing that helped Jennifer. So psychology does help, therapy does help, and it works better than Scientology, I can tell you that. So that's a short story of what happened with me and Jennifer, and that is why I left Scientology, and that's why I'm against Scientology. Well, that's one of the biggest reasons, besides them ruining families, that they do constantly, and they get people not to take medication when some people do need medication, like Jeremy Perkins, who killed himself and killed his mother, not himself, I said that wrong, stabbed his mother 77 times on Ellen Hubbard's birthday, just like another girl recently 7 months ago butchered her father and her sister and her tried to kill her mother with a knife because she was also hearing voices just like Jeremy Perkins was, but they were not allowed to take medication because Scientologists said no, let's take vitamins instead. These people were schizophrenic and they needed medication. Some people need medication, and Scientology kills. Aaron Hubbard died with Vistro in his bloodstream, which is psychiatric medication. Scientology will try to say no, 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 oh, it was really for rashes, but Aaron Hubbard was a clear because he made clear, and if you're a clear, you're not supposed to get rashes, you're not supposed to get illnesses, you're not supposed to get colds. Aaron Hubbard's a con man, Aaron Hubbard's gone, but the con goes on. That's what Anonymous says. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Anonymous. I had a good picket in San Francisco, and thank you for bringing us all together and having a huge picket all around the world. You guys are amazing. I really thank you guys. Anonymous, you guys are great. And be careful, Scientology, in my humble opinion, is going to they're going to fake that they have their own death threats. They're going to fake that you guys are trying to kill somebody. They're going to go on and try to get you guys in a lot of trouble. So be careful, because Scientology, if they do not have a crime against them, they'll make up their own crimes. They'll make it seem as if you guys are doing something to them when it's just them making the fake threats. Be careful, be safe. I hope to talk to you guys soon. This is Tommy Gorman. I will see you guys later in the very, very soon near future. See you soon.